Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Starbase. So we're at the vintage shop in Starbase. That one, I believe, when looking from the belt to the station, I think that's the top left area. We'll see it once we get out of here, but you can see their sign there's a bit unique. It's on the kind of the opposite sign where the other shops are. But anyways, I got lucky. So I was able to procure the Trident T4 directly from the author who created it. Now, it's a group called Vintage Incorporated. I will put a link in the comments and pin it. Basically, they're a group of people. I'll give you their wiki page. That way the information won't, expire or change. But basically, they do sell the Tier 4 Trident, and it's a pretty badass ship. So it talks about it here. So 500 crates on here. I don't know if this one's exactly the same because it is probably a slightly modified version. Unfortunately, the one in here doesn't work yet because some of the parts are unretrievable. There's some changes that need to be made. The author is working with the devs to do this, but for a fee for 500k plus the fee to build it. So basically, it cost me about 1.8 million in ores, and it cost another about 1.5 million in the builder fee, and then basically the actual corporation or the person who makes it, he charges a 500k fee. You can get this amazing ship, and this has lasers that come out and they'll do like a wicked spiral, and it's a pretty amazing, awesome ship. It looks amazing. So rather than be checking out this one here, let's actually go and play with the real one, shall we? So let's go out here and find a landing pad. I think the landing pad might be at the back of this. Yeah, here it is. There's one over here. So I do apologize that we're not getting Let's Plays out as often as I like at times. In a game like this, you have to learn that you can't do a Let's Play every day. I did release, 3 of them like back to back, mostly because those were actually a bit buffered at the time and I wanted to finally get them out. But you have to realize that the episodes are going to be a bit staggered over time, so it might be a week before I get another video. Probably not that long, but there isn't, always a video I can get out all the time. But I thought it'd be important to get this one out, especially since I haven't even played with this new ship. I've been quite busy today, and I thought, I want to get it out here. So he's called it the Trident C500B. So it is considered the Tier 4, but I guess Cargo 500 is B revisioning, I guess. So that's interesting. He does provide support, so that 500k also does provide a support for the ship. But I don't think we'll have to worry about that. My company also is buying these ships, and there's more of these around. So this one is so big that it's not even letting it doesn't like it being here. Let's see if I can get out of here in time before it despawns here. There we go, we're good. It's too darn big, so let's get it out of here and then we'll break it here. So you always get that little lag once you get out of the station area, but it should go away here. So I'm just breaking it now, and we'll check it out. So yeah, this is a beautiful ship. So it does have the thrusters. You can hit home key and go backwards on it, and you can. Oh, interesting. Oh, does it have a home and end key? Oh, that is so cool. So you can actually fire them in cruise. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's really cool. This is all new to me, obviously, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't been playing with this ship. So the way it works is basically we meet up at the SSC. That's the spaceship construction area. That's where you can use the special editor. One day we'll do a video on that. I'm not good at that stuff. But basically we meet up, and he had a ship. Usually he would recommend you having a ship with a lot of cargo containers, but obviously you don't always have that. And what happens is you fill up the ore, so there's an ore requirement. I'll put that in the comment as well, so I'll label some stuff for you guys to make it easy on him. Make sure you have all those ores and you have them in your basically into your bank. And what happens is you go ahead and you spawn those ores, or not spawn them, but you put them in the container, and then he grabs them and puts them in his bank. And then he goes into the SSC and pays for the building of the ship. And then we fly into space. He abandons the ship. I take the ship itself and I fly it back to the actual origin station. And when you get to the origin station, it'll actually have a dialogue of claim and despawn. So it's like kind of a new button. The similar idea of the despawn, but it also lets you claim it. And then that's what I do. So let's take a bit of a tour around this the ship anyway. So here's the cockpit, obviously. So you got your rods here. Has quite a lot of rods from what I understand. We'll have to check out the engineering section. It's got some battery there. You got your propellant. Look at all the propellant in there. This ship is pretty beefy. 500 cargo containers. Flies quite fast. Fuel chamber unit right here. Radiation right here. And then you got, I don't know that. Oh, the coolant. So it even has a coolant number there. So if you have coolant issues. It's got ID, turtle mode, and cruise control here. So turtle was on here. And I don't think you use ID. And you got more displays here for batteries. So same displays here, yeah. So battery rods and propellant to keep an eye on there. Over here you got approach drill. So you got the drill here. So if you click this, basically I think I've never used it to be fair. So I think it extends it or something. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm new here. Actually, I don't even know if I see the. Oh no, they're sitting in there right now. So. We got the approach. I think the approach is actually moving it towards the asteroid, possibly. Scanner, offline. Okay, so you got, yeah, the centering. It might not be because we're near one, and it might have some other programming, so I don't see the drill there, so we'll test that out, obviously. There's the approach, but I don't think the approach works. Oh, actually, it did do the approach. Okay. Interesting. So that might actually work. And then you got your scanner there. Yeah, I'm thinking the drilling probably won't activate because potentially we're not near an asteroid, or maybe there's some rules to it. I'll play around with it. He did test it, and the drill did work, so I just might be doing something wrong. You got to save. Oh, drill preset. So there's things you can adjust with the drills. I'm not touching that right now. Please read manual. Press this button. Okay, so you got a manual here. So manual. Turtles make the ship movement slower. Cool. ID ship's transponder toggle. Oh, okay. So now we should have the ship transponder, which is important to have, obviously. And page up. Cruise similar to cruise control in cars. That makes sense. Scanner for scanning asteroids and materials. Centering for centering the drill on the asteroid. So it does have a centering system to it. Drill, toggle on and off the mining drill. Approach slowly moves the ship to the target. So I don't know how well that works, but if it works, that's cool. Manual, saving and loading for saved drill levers. So this is this. I don't want to touch that, obviously. Here we go. 4 levers used for adjusting the drill value. So there you go. I don't know. I think that might be it. Okay, that might... Oh, turtle to make ship. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. Isn't that kind of cool? And you can go back here. So that's cool. He built a little manual there. And then, of course, you got your doors open and close here. So you can open these and close these however you like here. He's got a nice little conference here he built, which I like. You can go around and have a nice little meeting here. And then we go down here. They even have more ship vitals here. They even have a power button here. This is actually good. We were talking about this. One of our friends in our company, he had a ship issue. And it was spinning out of control because his full cockpit got demolished, and there was nothing we can do to really stop it besides start ripping all the fuel rods out. And I suggested, you know, we really need like a power off button kind of thing. And look at this, there's a power off button built in here in the engineering room. So here's your rods here, slowly going down. I guess it's using some power. I mean, do I have anything running at this part? The battery might be a bit on. No, actually it's not. Maybe it has a passive amount, but obviously you can power the whole thing down, which means that's it. There's no power at all. It shuts it all down. That's really cool. You got your information here. I don't actually know how all this works. Full pull down to... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works, really. Power management script here. I've seen these before, but every time I've played with one of these, I've never gotten them to actually work. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or... Oh, I hope I don't screw it up. But anyways, something I can play around eventually. So generator, yes, you got just all the same information. There's your coolant as well. And then down here, you got, this is your storage shelf. So these are all the fuel rods for spares. And these are all the fuel rods in it. And of course, the generators. Now, these are using, I believe, the tier 2, if I'm correct. So if we go to material, yeah, generator unit tier 2. So the way it works is tier 1 is like it's like your basic, inefficient, whatever, generators that work. Tier 2, from my understanding, is about efficiency and getting the best bang out of your power and buck, whatever you want to call it. Tier 3 is more like the military, like boom, boom, boom. It eats up a lot of power, but it's meant to kind of, that's the whole purpose of it. You can see you have a lot of easy maintenance access here as well. You can see back there that's all covered, but you could just pop these out easily and get back there. I actually don't have a thing right now, so I'm not going to bother. We'll open the door over here and check out here. It's really cool, actually. Is there anything else to check in here? What's this one? Oh, they even have access back here, so you can check things out here. They have extra seats back here as well, which is cool. And they've left a little bit room. Oh, let's get in that seat. That's not the ship's fault. That's obviously, you know, just getting stuck in the game there. They have a little thing in there, but it doesn't seem to have much of a use. I guess, I don't know if they couldn't close it or what. It doesn't really matter, obviously. But obviously, with all the space we have up here, we could remove this conference table. We could keep them. We could actually, you know, utilize the space if you had a reason to. Now it's your ship. You know, you have the right to customize it any way you like, right? So there you go. And you got your buttons out here. More resource bridges here. So these are pretty exposed. I mean, this is not meant to be a combat ship. That being said, they have protected the outside here pretty good amount here. So it's just Bastion, I guess, here? Or is it Bastion? I guess this is Bastion. As far as I know, I don't think Bastion is a good, you know, defense system or anything like that. It's pretty basic. But then again, this is not supposed to be a very expensive ship. I mean, most people will say it's expensive, but it's not, you know, it's a big, huge, costly ship in the sense that, you know, it does its job really well, but it's not costly as in, you know, you'd be paying like 3-4 times the amount if you wanted a PvP equivalent of something like this. So you can see it has 4 lasers on this puppy, not just 1 or 2, but 4 of them. And these pop out and then start doing their dancing and everything else. And you got even your collectors here. It's got 4 collectors. 1 for each laser, which is actually really impressive. I didn't realize it had 4 as well. And yeah, I don't know what's in here, but it could be a few things anyways. But yeah, that's really cool. So more maintenance hatches in there too if you want to get in there. So they've kind of maintenance hatched everything, and I like how they're using this. And I love the catwalks here. Looks really cool. Here's the front of it. Here's your scanner thing here. Here's another thing. One of these are a scanner, one's a rangefinder. I don't know all the stuff, obviously, but there you go. Looks really nice. Amazing job with the ship. Here's some of your thrusters here, and I believe these are all tier 2, I'm guessing, too, so we check here. Actually, these are tier 1 thrusters. Are they all tier 1, then? Yeah, they are tier 1. Interesting. So I don't know if you were to upgrade these to tier 2 thrusters, if you would get more efficiency out that. But keep in mind, your mining lasers are probably going to be eating most of your power. So you might get a bit more efficiency on distance with this if you were to upgrade the engines and stuff. Maybe even a wee bit of speed. But most of your cost is going to probably go into the actual mining itself. It takes a lot of power to keep it, you know. So don't think, you know, just upgrading that will save the day. You know, you might not even notice a massive change just for the fact that most of your energy would be bleeding out just for the mining itself. So let's give this a ride, shall we? Let's take her out. And yeah, let's go ahead. And all our doors are closed. Oh, that's open. I like having open doors. You could always make a little script or something to close these automatically if you wanted to do that, obviously, but is this mining? Oh, these are mining levers too, I think. Oh. I think it might be. Uh-oh. There you go. I think it might be, but I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so let's go ahead. And we're going to head into the belt here. It depends where you want to go. It doesn't really matter too much. I'm just going to go down here. Just pick a spot and just go to town, shall we? Let's do that. There we go. I don't think we're on cruise control. Nope. There we go. So we're on full here. Okay. And don't forget, we can go ahead and do our thing while the ship is moving, because that's the beauty of this game. Anyone gets in the way of this ship, they're gonna be tossed like candy. This ship is too big for most ships or most players to be able to bounce it or really change our thing. And then we can have fun and, you know, go for a bit of a ride while we're going here. Let's take a look at what we got going here. So look at the thrusters, and isn't that beautiful? Like, the people who see that, they'll be like, wow, what's that over in the distance? I mean, that's the cool part of this ship. And other people will be like, ooh, look at that thing. That looks worth trying to break, you know? We're definitely not going into PvP. Make sure you always go to your settings, and you can go to your gameplay here, I guess it is, and we can go to safe zone stuff, and we're just going to make sure that host-owned ships allow hosted ship to leave safe zone, so it's unchecked, and disable. Yeah, okay, so we're good. It should not leave safe zone if we accidentally went out. And yeah, we're gonna go check this out. So hopefully these will pop out. The one that they showed at the thing also are ducked in, so that makes sense. It sounds like it would automatically retract anyways, so hopefully we can figure out how to retract it. It might be that whole scanning, sensor, all that, like you have to do certain steps, or it has to be, you know, something in range properly, which that's fine. That's completely cool. And like I said, you have control of your own ship. You could go around and start modifying and editing things. I'm not going to do that, obviously. Well, not yet. Maybe eventually I'll change some stuff. There's the gate down there. Takes you to the moon. You haven't been watching or don't know much about that. You have a warp drive. You can put it on your ship, and it takes you to the moon. You could put a warp drive on this. You could probably snap it right on the top. Yeah, it's framed very well. Look at all the framing in there. So you could easily throw a warp drive on top of that. That being said, I don't think I would want to do that. I'm wondering if there's another place you could put a warp drive. No, that would be the area, because you have all your thrusters there, right? And this part doesn't, you know, this is your front where you have all this set up. So yeah, if you're going to put a warp drive, you'd put it right up here. Very cool. Okay, so we're going to get in there. Deeper you go, the better you can find larger asteroids. Unfortunately, as time goes on, you know, the bigger roids will be harder to find because more and more players are mining them. And that's just life, right? You have to remember that, you know, eventually you're going to have to go into PvP if you really want some of those bigger roids. But let's see here. Let's open this up. Close this. I love the view, though. It's a nice big open cockpit. So we're just basically... It moves like ridiculous, by the way. It's a very powerful moving ship, which I like a lot. So I'm looking when I'm looking for asteroids, I always look and I try to find like big ones. And basically, the way I do this is I kind of float around and I look for something that is moving slower in the background. So like you see that one, that's a pretty good size, but it's not really. But I'm looking for something that looks big but isn't moving with the rest of them. And then you kind of know like, oh, that's a big one, right? So we're kind of looking for that one that kind of fits up there. There's some that look that, but they're too close to really give that appeal. Like that one might be a bit better, but I bet you those would be like maybe those like 20k, 30k ones. I think those exist, but they're not going to be like, oh, you know. And you can actually fly. If you see the opening like this, if you fly into that opening, that is like you won't hit the fog basically. So it is kind of a window, but in a lot of cases sometimes you won't find anything in there either, so you have to keep that in mind. Okay. Did we see anything cool? I mean, this is a pretty heavily traveled area too, so you have to remember the whole area is pretty big. You got a lot of area to work with. You're not gonna, everything's not missing yet, but obviously, like I said, over time, you know, some of the bigger ones are gonna be picked off. People are trying to actively go for the bigger ones as well, so. And you can even see them even further away, like if you can see that far, you can, you know, you're able to get them even quite far here. So let's see if we can find something here. Our own thing there wouldn't be the best way to go, to be fair. I don't want to do it on a little one. I mean, I don't want to pop this thing's cherry on the tiniest asteroid, right? I want a decent-sized asteroid. I'm also being a little cautious here on, you know, which one I pick. I could be probably paying attention a wee bit more, but okay, I like that one right there. It's not that big, but It is kind of big, so I'll go to it. It's this one right there where my mouse is, I think. The ship moves like it's like some really like a fast fighter ship almost. Like, it's just funny how it feels, like in that sense. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're moving too fast here at this point. Okay, let's go the opposite way here, or there we go. Let's go ahead and try some of these buttons out. So there's this whole centering, let's do this approach, I guess, thing here. Works. I don't know how that works. Maybe that's not even a good idea. Distance centering scanner. There we go. What's my thruster at? Oh, because I'm not using cruise right now? Okay, that's fine. I don't know all the rules on the cruise stuff. I think I did pick... I think I got lucky and got a bigger one. I can't tell. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, there you go. It's on there. So what we can do here now... So I think... Yeah, I don't know how the centering works, to be fair. I don't know if it's supposed to be done further back, to be fair. I'm gonna try it anyways, but we'll see here. Scanner working, by the way? I should probably check that. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's only a 27K. That's not a big one at all. Yeah, I don't see the centering working, but then again, oh, it shows distance on there. I see. Oh, that's a bad idea. Yeah, that ain't working. Just be happy we're in the safe zone, right? Okay, I get the idea. We're being bad now. Yeah, to be fair, the centering might not be what I think it is, and there might be more things I have to do. I'm a noob to this, right? So we're trying all this out. But okay, let's get back here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with I had to try that. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. It just wrecked that. That was crazy. Like, that ain't the kind of centering you're supposed to do, son. Do you even see it anymore? Oh gosh. Hope I didn't like wreck it. I don't think that's even it at this point, but we'll go for it. I derped up too hard there. Okay, let's try this again. This is great though. This will be a great way to get, you know, train myself to do this better and better. Here it is. This one's on this one. Okay. I'm not sure if this actually works. Okay, let's try this drill then. Okay, we're not getting some drill action yet. Oh, there's a drill preset. Okay, now we're talking. Oh, here we go. This is too close. This might actually not be a good idea. We probably should lift this up and then go backwards a bit. Because you don't want to whack the drill because it might screw up some of the stuff here. Yeah, we're too close here. Okay, there you go. That's what we were supposed to do, so we have to load the preset, which makes sense. See, this is why you want the big asteroids. The small ones are harder to do this, obviously, with, but there you go. It's meant for large asteroids, to be fair. There you go. This. Oh, that thing is better. Centering. Yeah. Oh. There you go. It is actually working. Did I leave this open or no? It's like sometimes you want to leave it open because, you know, it makes it easier. Isn't that ridiculous? Look at that thing. That actually cuts that really well, to be fair. It's this whole spiral twisting setup that it does that is actually really, really good. And I mean, I just, you know, I don't have it on the best probably spot, but damn, that worked really well, actually. So now you might want to move it slightly up or down at this point if you want to collect every inch, but that's impressive, especially for a small roid. That really was impressive here. I can just move it up and down a bit here. I never do this right. I always forget about the arrow keys. I always use my WASD, but they're meant for this sort of thing. They're like your movement thruster style. I think the green is like right in the middle kind of thing. Look at, isn't that insane? It's funny because somebody was talking about having a laser the other day, and they're like, oh, they got this cool V shape, and I said, oh, wouldn't it be cool to add another 2 lasers and do like an actual like X kind of like 2 V's like overlaying like this? And this is exactly what this does, except it goes even further by doing this rotation system to make sure you get every nook and cranny, which is amazing. And there you go. So we can turn off the drills, which they literally retract back in for safety reasons, so they don't screw them up. Oh, that is amazing. That is freaking... Oh, and there's a drill preset. Ooh, well, I'm recording this, so it's fine. I'll take a picture anyways. But now we know what the drill preset looks like, too. So that's amazing. It has the default drill preset, because then I can easily, you know, if I screw something out, I can figure it out. So there is our first asteroid we killed. Let's see if I can find another one. So let me fly around a bit, see if I can find like one of those big ones I'm telling you about. I found like a nicer, thicker area in the safe zone here. I think overall there's a lot more bigger asteroids, but I'm not sure if I found the big one here. I'm guessing probably not, but it is a pretty cool place. I think the big one wouldn't even be able to fit quite right in this thing, but I'm not actually too sure. So let's do our scanner here. So I realize you can use your... I didn't do this before, but to move is... Oh, crap. Did we get it? 35K and 10K. So that's a decent size. That's not the big ones, right? Like, they have 100K plus kind of in them. But that's actually a pretty decent little roid. Like, that's worth, even in this ship, I think, to stop at them. The ones that you really want are the big roids that are, like, insane. So I think we might actually be too close to this. So that's my biggest issue, is knowing how far to be. So if you go on the... Yes, his distance is 0, which that's not fair. Yeah, so I don't know where you should be. I guess that's what we'll learn on here in a second here. So distance. So let's go backwards here a bit. Oh, and we got our lasers in the wrong spot anyways. There we go. I think the green is the spot. It might be 50, I'm thinking. Oops. Definitely not going to be that close now. Trying to find that sweet spot, obviously. I'm thinking it might be 50, but I'm not too sure now. We're definitely too far at this point, though. There you go. I think that might be the centering. It's not the center for us for this. It's probably more likely the center for, you know... Oh, no, that was that one. Oh, you know, it is for showing that number, maybe, yeah. They Wait, did it go backwards? Oh, it did. Interesting, it went backwards on there. So the approach seems to actually work, but it might be... I think that approach might... I think that's the thing where you have the different configurations. That actually kind of makes sense almost. That these are based on the sizes of the asteroids and distance kind of thing. So you adjust it based on that. So small like this one, you might want to actually have different settings versus, say, a larger one. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, you can always set turtle mode if you want to have finite control. I'm not always good with the turtle mode, but I know you're supposed to use that a bit more. There you go. It's all practice, right? That's the whole idea. And then I guess the cool part is, remember we have the resource bridge here, so we can always go back here and... where was it? There it is. It's kind of nice because it actually is kind of... I think it's tucked in, so you don't even actually see it. Like, you're sitting here, it's all underneath here. So, I don't know, if you're a bunch of people, it wouldn't look so funny, you know what I mean? Yeah, it goes on under the floor. But it does such a good job. You have to admit, this is like... It's ridiculous. There's nothing, like, even with the 2 roids that we've only touched, look at all the resources we got. That's pretty badass. And it's not like... You know, I looked at this one and I knew it wasn't probably going to be a mega roid, and it's just like kind of like the other one, but still, like, that's amazing. At this point, you know, you're just wasting at this, you know. If you want to get the nooks and crannies, that's fine, but... Yeah. And you should probably shut off some of this after you're not using it anymore anyways, but there you go. So, let's see here. So we want to keep looking around. So I'm going to see if I can find that mega one, because I think it'd be kind of cool to have one big one that then we can go out there and check it out. So I'll look around a bit, see if we get lucky. An okay one. 36k, 9k, trodium. So the trodium's good. I mean, the reason why some of this is okay too is because of all the good stuff inside of it, right? So... see if that approach thing works then. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Approach is, yeah, it's not moving anymore, unfortunately. Oh my goodness, it did another burst. It really is working. Oh my goodness. That approach actually is legitimately working here. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm guessing the button is it already up, or it's hard to tell sometimes. I think it's down. You can do a U on it, I guess, if you're really unsure of it. Do the data here, I guess. They got a lot of wording for it. It's like, do I really know? I mean, it seems to be perfect, though, almost. A little off, I think, though, maybe. Or it may just me just how big this one is, to be fair. I feel like it might be just a smidge off. And this is where you'd probably change some of those settings, right? Wait, oh yeah, I was smart. I was like, I'm gonna keep closing my door like a smart person, and then I keep thinking, why do I do that? Yeah, it's kind of off. Well, kind of. It's still doing a pretty good job though, but you can see where you want to do adjustments though. And that's the idea with these levers, that you could do these adjustments. I guess we could give them a try, right? Worst case scenario, we could always set it back. Just don't go too crazy. He's probably tried like min-max style on these, so people don't, you know. So this is a laser speed adjustment. This goes like a lot slower, I think. Oh, distance adjustment. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. I didn't mean to touch that one. Let's try this one. I want to change this up to this far. Oh, that wasn't a good idea. Whoa, what is it doing now? Oh, that's like if it's a large one. Oh, okay, there you go. Let's bring it down a bit more then. Oh, look at what we're seeing now there. Oh my goodness, that's it. And that's kind of the key, I guess. These adjustments do make a difference. Min-max adjustment. So these... I'm not sure what this does, so let's change this for fun. Let's change this again, see if we notice it. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, whoa, those are a little over... Oh, I see, the min-max there. Oh, I see. So if we bring this down to this one, probably doesn't go up as high, right? They have a system in place, so I'm not quite... Yeah, it's not bad, to be fair. Okay, so let's sneak in here. So we're in turtle mode. And let's just sneak in here a bit. There you go. Look at all the ore, because we're getting closer too. Lost our ability to see the distance at this point. There you go. So we probably want to get a little closer here to share. That's amazing. Okay, so that was definitely a decent one. So it wasn't the mega one, obviously, but it worked out well. And yeah, this definitely kicks ass. So it does use a lot of power, though. Keep in mind your rods. Look how much rods we're going. And these are tier 2, so they're a little bit expensive. They're not like I'm broke expensive or anything like that. Don't worry about that. But I should probably set up... I guess he doesn't have... I'll have to do that eventually. I'll probably do a video guide on that. So I'm going to learn how to do that... what's that service called? Oh, man. ISAN, I believe it is called. So I'll get that going eventually. And I'll practice and, you know, get it down pat. And then maybe set it up and show you how to set your own ISAN on. And it's like a GPS system, which is pretty awesome. So I think we can go in a bit more. We're not on cruise, right? Yeah, no. But that is cool. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll keep searching. This time I won't unpause until I find the big one, unless I just give up and get too tired. But that was amazing. Let's shut that off because that is pretty cool. So drill off, centering off, scanner off. No approach needed. There you go. I love how it folds in and everything. Beautiful. This is so cool. This makes you feel like you're now like commanding a ship. Like this makes you feel badass. Oh, I think I found one here. This one looks big, but it might not be that big. It might be unfortunately another one of those, you know, it looks big but not big. We'll see. Or like the medium or small to medium it might be, but we'll see. I just saw it. Since I saw it, I wanted to share it with you. Okay, we got the scanner on, so let's get a hit on this guy. There we go. Yeah, 34K, 11K. Just not being lucky on those big ones, which that's fine. It happens. I mean, I'll hit them eventually, but I guess I won't be able to maybe share it with you guys, which I was hoping to do. So let's go ahead and do the center here. And then... Oh, I'm going to do the approach here. Yeah, see, if you do the approach when you're off, it flings you like crazy. Not a good idea to do that approach like that. Do it again. Whee! We're coming back. But yeah, I was hoping I'd get a big one, but I guess maybe we didn't get a big one today. But that's fine. So the approach, I think that one might be this laser here. It's hard to get like the exact spot, but those are a pretty important one, right? So is that the approach? It still says too far, so. guess we have cruise control off now. Yeah, that's a good idea actually to have it off, but after all my bad aiming here, I'm kind of overly panicking here a bit here. Not to. We're going like all around here. I was like, what are you doing here? Okay, so yeah, so we want to bring this. I mean, with knowing the approach and stuff now, I can tap this anyways. It's not a big deal for me. We seem to have learned that round 30 or 50, sorry, or round 50, maybe slightly under 50 is the sweet mark here. So there you go. There you go. I think we're good here, so we can turn the drill on. There you go. Let's actually get a good view of this. Oh my goodness, I actually had it. What a noob, there it goes. So you can see where your lasers might be a bit more useful, changing them a wee bit. But they do come across again, so it actually does a pretty good job there, to be fair. So the changing the settings definitely does help a bit, but obviously you're gonna fine tune it and you'll learn and do better settings. But this is pretty incredible. That's awesome. You're like the fastest tap in the world there. This is pretty good on turtle mode. It's not as bad as some ships I've had. I guess because it was the way it was angled, it's kind of, I'm gonna go in a bit more. There we go. Beautiful. Oh no. Still moving a bit. Oh, it's okay. Oh, there he goes. Like I said, it's all practice. I need to learn the levers. It's like kind of learning your baby for the first time. It's a lot of work to, you need to put into it to understand the ins and outs. But I mean, gotta admit, it's a pretty incredible ship, and it works really well. To be fair, I'm very happy with it. I'm very impressed by it. I can't complain at all. But yeah, you definitely want to tap those big mega asteroids. That's probably the best ones. But I wouldn't want to take this out into deep mining. Not that, not right now that I couldn't afford it, but also because the game's a little expensive when it comes to buying ships now, because the market, like everything is like plummeted so far down now. It got to the point where even the devs keep changing what things are valued in vendoring. So for example, let's just say an ore used to be, worth, 1,000 to vendor. Maybe it's now worth 600 a vendor. Because on the auction house, it kind of crashed, which, I mean, that makes sense that they would adjust that, but the downside to these adjustments is they've kind of, oops, yeah, because you're changing it that way. The downsides to these adjustments is it's made it kind of harder. Maybe we are in cruise control. Oh, we are in cruise control. Getting back here a bit more because we don't have a good spot on here. The smaller ones are a little harder to control, to be fair, but you can always do this to adjust it. This is not too bad. It does move a wee bit too much. Yeah, never mind. That moves way too much. I thought at first it was going to be a little slower and it looked like that, and then it just went too much. It was like, okay, never mind. It's like using WASD keys, kind of. It's like, yeah, just a bit too much. I need the finer adjustments. I think we did pretty good there. Okay, I'll look one more time for you guys. on another one here. Not big. It's the medium kind of type one, so it's all good. I just wanted to get a close up to check it out here. There we go. That's beautiful. Yeah, no large one I got lucky on today, but that's fine. I mean, it's getting to the point where I've gotten so many of these. This is a good little spot anyways. Lots of big ones, but at least medium, whatever. I call them like low to medium. Because the big ones, they can have like 120 of the resources in them, but I saw quite a few of these guys here. So, I mean, it's a decent place still. I'm just trying to get more in the center of all the origins and then into the belt seems to be a good way to go. There we have it. Not too bad. You've been here for all the asteroids if you think about it. So look at all the room we have. Obviously we have an insane amount of room, but in that little time too, we have quite a bit here. We spent most of the time walking around, learning about the ship and stuff like that. I mean, of course there's just cuts here and there, but it's not like I spent forever, looking for asteroids or anything. Plus, I was kind of being overly picky and choosy because, I was trying to find big ones. I've even skipped quite a few of these size ones. So, I mean, in that time, I could have racked in a lot more. Like, that looks like another kind of like the small, medium one. But, yeah, decent little area. But it is harder to attract the bigger ones. I wish there was a bit more way to find them. Visually, it's harder for me. I mean, I do it from the side. Sometimes I can tell. But even then, sometimes it can be kind of tricky, to be fair. But either way, it's an awesome ship. I do highly recommend this ship. Don't forget, I'll put all that information for you guys in the pinned comment, and then you can check it out. Maybe eventually, if I ever make more credits, it's hard to make credits in this game, like I said, and it does cost a bit, but I will try to maybe get some more ships and try them out and share them with you over time as well, so that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we're in the... we gotta get closer because we're in the 50. Yeah. That closer part. There you go. Beautiful. But yeah, lots of opportunities out here, which is good. So yeah, it shows you that PvE, basically like safe zone mining, is definitely worth it. You can definitely even get bigger and more powerful ships that are kind of over the top crazy like this one, where you can, have fun. If you find those bigger asteroids, of course, they're a lot of fun because they'll take you like probably 10 minutes or so to mine the damn thing. Maybe not even quite, because this is a pretty awesome laser setup, but obviously the enjoyment you get out of it, like, you just sit there and just like kind of watch Netflix or whatever and relax. It's a very soothing part. It's better than like getting out and hand mining, and it's better than, I was gonna go into the whole placing a laser on my ship and just moving around, but I mean, you can see how annoying it is already just to move, the laser on a ship to begin with, just like this up and down kind of thing, right? But imagine having to do that all the time with, a tiny ass laser on the front of your ship, and then you having to move your ship all around. It's just, that's no fun. No one wants to do that, obviously, and that's what makes this ship amazing, because we don't have to do that. We just can keep going. So, but yeah, this is a pretty nice belt, actually, I have to say. Works out well. But yeah, usually what I do is I look up. So you see how that moved faster, but that one's meh, and that one seems a little slower. So you're kind of looking at the ones that move at one speed, but like slower at another speed, but look maybe relatively the same size or maybe even bigger. And then you kind of get an idea that, oh, that might be something interesting. Like this one definitely seems like this is something here. Probably, we'll scan it, but more than likely just a regular, that small to medium we call them. Was this it, or did I lose track? No, I think this is it. Sorry, I kind of looked away, so I don't even know if that was the right one now. But my guess is this is probably another small to medium, I'm guessing. You see, like, oh, there it goes. It should be scanning it now, I think. Potentially. Actually, I don't think it's close enough yet. Oh, there's a distance on that. Oh, maybe the scanner's not even on. Oh, no, it is. Oh, there you go. Yeah, not what it just said. I wish it could be 337,000. What the hell? What? I didn't think they can go that high. That's not it, right? That's no way it's that big. That's big, though. Holy hell, that's a huge asteroid, I think. What? Okay, well, there you go. That has 337,000 Velkite and 130,000 Bastium. We literally found it. Okay, so there you go. You guys saw that live. That's better when it's kind of like in a live scenario. I didn't just find it and then cut it. Literally, you saw me skip there. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Okay, so we obviously want to get some distance between this puppy. It's slightly big. Let's get our centering thing is already on. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and turn all cruise control off. And then work on that stuff. So, holy shit. Oh my goodness. So let's put this on the regular load preset on here. So these are set correctly. Well, to what, you know, the author sets it to. And let's try this whole approach. Let's see if this is a bad idea or a good idea. There you go. We're going to try his approach system here. So I assume now it's going to, you know, approach again here. So it'll go forward a bit, probably. That's my guess, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it went back again, huh? I'd assume we want to go closer, not back, to be fair. This is where I'm going to have to play around with it. This is our first big one, so it's just like I kind of want to get perfect, but it ain't going to get perfect all the time, right? So let's go... Can I go like this to make it a little bit better? There we go. Plus, we can go in a bit deeper, to be fair. Because they'll just... Yeah, we'll see. Oh. That's pretty good. Okay, let's get out of the chair. And let's drill the heck out of this thing. There you go, my friends. This is the biggest... These are pretty much as big as they get, yeah. So I thought it was like 100 and something and 100 something. I didn't know they can have that big of a core, but I guess that's what it is. And this is where it shines. Look how awesome this is. Beautiful. Gotta admit, that's pretty amazing. So you definitely can get a little closer to get the collector, because the collectors aren't collecting it all, as I saw. So you definitely want to potentially get a little closer if you want it. That's when we do our little oof here. But you definitely are gonna have to move this a wee bit around, obviously. But you can definitely, I mean, that's the other thing too. You can definitely get the good Nooket side, you know, the stuff inside there easily. That is so cool. What are we? What is this main one we're mining anyways? Oh, that's Bastium. Yeah, Bastium's kind of tanked anyways, but let's see what it is. I had a picture of this recently. Let's see, Bastium. Oh, it was like going for 2,600. So that's pretty cool, actually. That's not too bad. I think we're too close at this point, to be fair, yeah. Let's say I think we're too close. And your scanner keeps running too, so you get somewhat updated reports on that. There you go. A lot of Bastion in there. Damn, that's insane. So it definitely takes a while to do that. So I won't finish it here, obviously, because I'll let it run. But as you guys see, it's pretty incredible. That's really enjoyable, and I really love this mining ship. So highly recommend it. All the information is in the pinned comment. This isn't an advert or anything. I paid all this out of my hard-earned money. As far as I know, that's the same fee you'll pay unless he, increases or anything. But I can't see him doing that just for the fact that as time goes on and as all the costs go, like, when it's harder to sell things, my guess it would be, like, it'd be the opposite. I assume SSC fees have to go down eventually. I talked to Laurie today about it. He's the CEO of the game, but I just mentioned to him, I'm like, it's getting a little hard, It's just, there's a lot of fees and stuff there, and you guys keep bringing down the vendor prices, but you don't bring down the SSC fees, and it's becoming kind of a grindish. And I love the game. This is not like, oh, I'm going to quit the game or pissed off or anything like that. It's getting to that point, though, where it's like I spend more time dealing with SSC fees, like the ship spawning fees, than I do actually collecting the ore for the ship. And it's basically, when the ship itself costs more to construct it than the materials it's made out of. That's kind of the issue. And then he said, well, you can craft them. And I did tell him that, there's obviously limitations of the crafting because there's inventory limits on the station, but also there's the limitation of how slow crafting is. And he kind of basically said, they're going to work on that probably in the next update, which is for next week, or I guess maybe next semi-update. So it does sound like he has plans to work on that and to maybe increase at least the crafting speeds and do some work on that. So that'll be a neat to look forward to, and I am excited by that. But of course, yeah, we're the pioneers. It's in early access. It's it's considered an alpha, so there'll always be little bugs and issues, and that's not a problem. That's part of the game, right? And I have no problem with that at all. I just want to make sure people know that it's just more like my feedback says, tell the developer how I feel about this and that, and that's the whole point of an alpha, is giving out your feedback and how you feel about it. What's really cool about this is it has more button panel room on here, which is really nice. So, like I said, that ISAN and stuff, I could probably try and set one on here, and then maybe walk through that eventually with you guys as well. So, anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.